Hi guys, it's Fairy, and first of all, I'm so sorry that I have no makeup on. It's been a long day of like chores and work stuff. So yeah, it's kind of late in the day and sorry. But today I'm going to be doing a what's in my convention bag video. So one of my like favorite YouTubers, MangoSirene, did one of these I think about a year ago? I don't really remember. But it was last year sometime, I think. And I've been wanting to do one ever since, but like I always forget and I unpack my bag like right away and then I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to do this if all my stuff is unpacked? So I just got back from Anime Midwest like a day or two ago. I don't really remember. I don't know what day it is. So I thought I would just go ahead and show you guys what I keep in my convention bag. So first of all, the bag itself, if you can tell, it's a Miku Hatsune backpack. And I got this from Hot Topic last year in Florida. So I don't really know where you can find this. It's really cute though. They do have this design on a button as well, and I have that. And then as for my like keychains, down here I have a Persona 4 strap thing. I've never played Persona 4, but I got this in a giveaway. It's of Rise, and then I have a Miku phone strap thing and a Yayoi keychain. Yeah. Also on the outside of my bag, I tend to put any buttons that I purchased at the convention. So these are just the buttons that I got at this most recent con. You guys will hear more about that in my July haul. And if you can see down here, this is actually my badge for Midwest. So if I'm cosplaying, I tend to wrap my badge around the end of my backpack so that when I get stopped for pictures, I can just take off my bag and I don't have to fumble with my badge like around my neck and in my wig and stuff. So yeah, that's where I keep it if I'm cosplaying. If not, I just wear it. So first we're gonna go into this little pocket down here. I honestly like don't really remember what's in here, so I guess we'll see. So this pocket is usually where I keep all my medications and stuff like that. Necessities, whatever. I am just trying to get my stuff out. Oh my goodness. So I have Excedrin, ibuprofen, Benadryl, and an EpiPen. If you guys didn't know, I have a tree nut allergy, so I have to carry an EpiPen. But other things, just in case I have allergy issues or headache or migraine or anything like that, I keep that all with me, so I don't have to go back to the hotel room to deal with like any medical issues. I also usually keep my inhaler in here, but it's not in here because I have no idea where it is. So I'm discovering that I left my It Stays in here and it leaked everywhere. You are supposed to store this vertically and I didn't because I didn't have time to, and it's like sticky everywhere, so that's really fun. I also have my iPod in here. I have a 3rd generation iPod. It does not even have a camera. That's how old it is. But I use this for driving to listen to music, and I don't really know why it's in there, but it is. And then I also keep a contact lens case with me because I almost always wear circle lenses with my cosplay. This one actually has lenses in it. But normally I just keep the case with the solution so that if I need to, I can go to a bathroom, wash my hands, and take out my contacts if they start to bother me. So this is highly recommended. Please don't forget to bring your contact lens case with you. Alright, so that is it for that little front pocket. Now we're gonna go into the big area. So firstly, I do convention vlogging, if you guys somehow didn't know. So I always have this camera in my bag. It is the Canon Vixia HF-R400, I believe. It's an HD video camcorder. It's like kind of an entry level like HD camcorder. And I do carry that in my backpack so that if I ever need to, I can just whip it out and start vlogging. So in the back of this backpack, there's like a big elastic like pouch thing, and in there I usually keep the guidebook. So a lot of times I actually end up forgetting this in the hotel room, which is super annoying, but I do try to always have a guidebook in my backpack so that if I ever need to, I can flip through and find a map or panels or autograph signings or whatever. Yeah! I also carry around anything that I bought or was given during the day, or like props that I didn't want to carry around. So I have 3 roses here. These 2 I was like given by 2 Vocaloid dancers, which you guys can check out in my Sunday vlog, self-promo. And then this is a prop for my Ib costume that I did not feel like carrying in my hand. So this is all in there, and then other various dealers room purchases will be in there, but I tend to empty those out like as I go back to the hotel room. So there's nothing in here right now, but I'll keep like plushies or stickers or whatever else inside my backpack. Speaking of the dealer's room, I keep business cards that I pick up, and this time I got like a small bag. I think this came with like a pin, and I stuck all my business cards in there so that they were all together, which is a nice way to organize them. Will it focus? There it goes. But yeah, I got a ton at this con, so I think I'm actually going to keep this bag because it was really handy to have them in a bag instead of loosely floating around my backpack. Next up, I obviously keep my wallet with me for making purchases. And in my wallet, I usually like to have cash at a convention. I usually take it out from an ATM at like my credit union before going to the convention to avoid ATM fees. Then I also have like my driver's license, which isn't in here, my school ID, stuff like that. Little cash pouches right here. As you can see, I'm broke because I spent all my money at the con. I also like to carry around a phone charger with me. For some reason I don't have a cord with this phone charger. I don't really know why, but usually I do, just in case of emergencies, if my phone is like dead and I really need to charge it. I also usually carry around like one of those little like charging pack things, but I couldn't find mine, so yeah, I brought a charger instead. And finally, I have this little camera bag, and this is something new. I just recently started carrying this with me because I just bought it about a month ago. But inside I have my Fujifilm Instax Mini 8 camera, and I just found the cord to my charger. It was in there. Great. But this is basically a Polaroid camera, and I like to carry it with me in case I want to take pictures of my friends. And then I like to date my pictures after I take them, so I have a Sharpie with me so that I can write the date on the bottom. Yeah. And then there's this little like front pouch, and I keep an extra pack of film in there in case I need it. I didn't end up needing it for Midwest because I only took like 3 pictures. But yeah, I do recommend bringing extra film if you carry one of these. So that is all the stuff in my convention bag. I'm not as much of a hoarder as some other people because I like to have a light bag, and I tend to not need that much stuff. Like I said, I empty out all my purchases back in the room so that I don't have to carry them around all day, which is always good. When I was a little bit younger at conventions, I would also bring like a hot glue gun and like sewing needles and stuff, but I haven't really ever needed to like repair cosplay while I'm at the convention because like I've never had issues with like construction or things falling apart, but that's something I would recommend carrying if your construction maybe isn't out there yet, or if you're a little bit nervous and haven't tested out your cosplay. It's just always good to have that stuff in case your stuff falls apart at the con. Luckily at Anime Midwest they actually have a cosplay repair booth, so that if that does happen you can just go there instead of having to carry around your own hot glue gun and stuff like that. Something else that I actually forgot that isn't in there is I usually carry a water bottle because it's good to stay hydrated. And then I carry snacks because 1, I get hungry a lot, and 2, my best friend Maddie has diabetes, so she has to eat. So my bag is so big that I usually just carry some of her snacks and both of our waters. Also, if you are going to be out by yourself, make sure you have a room key, or if you're in a group, make sure somebody in your group has a room key so that you can get back into your hotel room. And I also keep my car keys in my bag if I'm not going to be going back to the hotel room, if that makes any sense. So for example, on Sunday, after we checked out of our hotel, we went back to the con and I had my car keys in my bag. Otherwise, I leave my car keys in the hotel room so I don't lose them. That's kind of the running theme here, is I leave things in my room so I don't lose them because I'm scared of losing things. Also, if I'm wearing lipstick, I like to carry the lipstick with me, especially if it's like black or something that transfers a lot, because that way after I eat, I can touch it up, or if I smear it across my face, I can fix it. And I also like to carry a wig brush or wig comb, technically, but I actually didn't bring mine to Midwest because I can't find it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!